Hey, my television historians, I want to talk about The Courtship of Eddie's Father. The Courtship of Eddie's Father was originally a novel written by Mark Tobey, and it was adapted as a feature film starring Glenn Ford and Ron Howard, and then ultimately it was adapted for television with Bill Bixby in the lead as Eddie's father, Tom Corbett, widower, and Brandon Cruz as Eddie himself. It also starred Miyoshi Umeki, an Academy Award-winning actress, for a film called Sayonara. I loved Umeki's character. Her performance was amazing as Mrs. Livingston. So charming, so heartfelt, all the way down to her calling Tom Corbett, Mr. Eddie's father. Tom Corbett, he's a widower, and it's just him and his son, and of course Mrs. Livingston, their live-in housekeeper slash nanny. Eddie, he's worried about him and he doesn't want him to be lonely, so he's always out there trying to find his dad a wife. Not so much a mother for himself, just a wife for his dad. James Comack was the executive producer of the show, and he went on later to helm other shows, most notably Welcome Back, Kotter and Chico and the Man. The relationship between Bixby and Cruz was astounding. They really bonded as a true father and son for those short amount of years, to the point that when Bill Bixby had a son, he named his son Brandon. And years later, when Brandon Cruz had a son of his own, he named his son Bixby. Just a beautiful arrangement of just how these two people bonded over this wonderful show. Now, in the episode that we're going to cover in this video, Eddie is true to form. He is trying to find a wife for his dad. So he and one of his friends, they come up with a plan to get their parents together, Eddie's father and his friend's mother, who we find out is portrayed by the stunning, beautiful Cicely Tyson, making one of her very first primetime network appearances. Tom Corbett, Bill Bixby, going on a date with Cicely Tyson made huge ripples in the pond that is the American viewing public. Oh, and if any of you remember this episode airing, if you can recall any sort of talk or murmurs about it, please do drop that in the comment section, because I've always been quite curious about how it was perceived back then. And also, do you have any opinions as to why television was so enamored of widowed single parents? You know, there was My Three Sons, The Andy Griffith Show, Please Don't Eat the Daisies, The Doris Day Show, Julia, and here we are with Eddie's father. And I'm sure that there are others out there that I'm forgetting. So if you have any comments or thoughts about that, please leave that in the comment section below as well. Please don't forget to tap that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel to grow. And I want this little channel that could to chug its way up the hill and to flourish. All right, so enjoy The Courtship of Eddie's Father. If you'd like to see an episode of The Incredible Hulk that guest stars Brandon Cruz a few years later when he's about 13, 14 or so, follow the link in my channel's description over to my Patreon page, which is completely and utterly free. I drop stuff there that YouTube won't allow me to put on its site. So, yeah. I've edited in commercials from the time period to make it feel as if it's an original broadcast. That's it. So sit back, relax, grab a little something to drink, and enjoy Eddie's father.